Hello, Ben Franklin here. Many of you know that Boston is the town of my birth. Well, coming back here as a time traveler is quite an eye-opener. These days, the city of Boston is an amazing mix of old and new. Take Boston Harbor, for example. It's always been a bustling port for trading and traveling, a sort of window on the world. And back in the days of the Boston Tea Party, it was also a place to make a political statement. Today, it's a very popular destination for tourists and sightseeing cruises. The north end of Boston is home to Old North Church, where those lanterns were hung in the steeple for Paul Revere's famous midnight ride, one if by land and two if by sea. So that's what Paul Revere's horse looked like. Close by are some other historic buildings, one of which is now a place you can buy souvenirs and even watch a copy of the Declaration of Independence being printed right before your very eyes, on the same sort of a printing press that I used back in those days. Faneuil Hall, originally built as a gift to the town of Boston by Peter Faneuil, the wealthiest merchant in the area, is now a marketplace. Here and in nearby Quincy Market, you can purchase nearly every kind of food or gift under the sun. How did Peter Faneuil originally make his money, you may wonder? Well, unfortunately, slave trading was a big part of his business in those days. Samuel Adams is here too. These days, he's better known for brewing beer and ale than his role as one of the most outspoken patriots leading the Revolution. If you travel a little further out of town, there's no shortage of history there either. The famous shot that was heard round the world, which started the American Revolution, was fired at nearby Lexington, Massachusetts. The battles of Lexington and Concord ensued, and the rest was history. And more recently, Boston is still making news. Boston Commons was the site of a recent protest, featuring one of the largest crowds to date. Thousands came out to express their disapproval of racists, white supremacists, and neo-Nazis who tried staging a rally earlier in the day, but were overshadowed by the counter-protesters who made it clear that this was not the America they believed in, the land of liberty, opportunity, and equality for all. And as to the future, that remains to be seen. Perhaps the American Revolution never really ended. It's still going on in a lot of different ways. This is your humble servant, Benjamin Franklin, reporting from Boston.